Hi everyone and welcome back. In today's video I'm going to show you how to crochet this beautiful wrap skirt that you can tie around your waist to wear. You can style it in different ways, for example by tying the ties more toward the front or further back on the sides. It uses a lovely floral lace pattern and it's such a fun project to work on. I love how it looks layered over jeans, it's just so cute. So let's get started. For this project you'll need some yarn. I'm using cotton yarn, but feel free to use any yarn you like. I used about 100 grams in total. You'll also need a crochet hook. I'm using a 2.5mm hook. And of course a pair of scissors, a tapestry needle and some stitch markers to help you keep track of your stitches. We're going to start by making a slip knot. To do this, wrap the yarn around your index and middle finger, making sure it crosses over itself to form an X. Then place the yarn under your pinky finger to hold it in place. Grab your crochet hook, go under the first strand of yarn and pull the second strand through to form a slip knot. Now that you have the slip knot on your hook, gently tighten it and we're ready to begin the foundation chain. Yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook. That's your first chain. Keep chaining until you have the width you want for your skirt. It's important that your foundation chain is a multiple of 17, because that's how many stitches each pattern repeat uses. To figure out how long your chain should be, take a measuring tape and measure around your hips. Mine measured about 88 centimeters, so I wanted my chain to be as close to that as possible. Crochet pieces can sometimes shrink a little as you work, so it's usually better to round up slightly rather than make it too small. That's why my foundation chain ended up being around 92 centimeters. I crocheted 13 times 17, which gave me a total of 221 chains. In this tutorial, I'll be working on a shorter foundation chain, just a small sample so you can see the pattern more clearly. Now that you have your desired width, we're ready to start on row 1. Begin by adding one extra chain. Instead of using turning chains, we're going to start our rows with the stacked single crochet method. This will give you nice even edges without any gaps. To make this stacked single crochet, insert your hook into the second chain from the hook. So skip the first chain and insert your hook into the top loop of the second chain. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over again and pull through both loops on your hook. That's your first single crochet. You can see that the single crochet we just made has 2 legs. So next we'll make another single crochet, but this time insert your hook only into the left leg of that stitch. These 2 single crochets sit on top of each other and match the height of a double crochet. This second single crochet counts as your first double crochet of the row. It looks much more like a real stitch and will blend in a lot nicer with the rest of the row. If you're a beginner, I recommend placing a stitch marker in that stitch. It'll make it easier to find your last stitch when you come back on the next row. So after the stacked start, make a double crochet into the next stitch. To make a double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook into the chain, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over again and pull through the last 2 loops, and that's your double crochet. Now you have 2 double crochets since the stacked start counts as your first. Next, chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then skip 5 chains and make a single crochet into the 6th chain and into the next 2 stitches as well. You should have 3 single crochets in total, and this will create an open space. Chain 5 again, skip 5 chains and make a double crochet into the 6th chain and into the next 3 stitches. You'll now have 4 double crochets and another open space. Continue repeating this pattern. Chain 5, skip 5 and make 3 single crochets. Then chain 5 again, skip 5 and make 4 double crochets. Repeat this pattern all the way across the row and I'll meet you at the end. I'm at the end of the row and I have 7 chains left. Each row will end the same way it started. So for this row, chain 5, then make a double crochet into each of the last 2 chains. Row 1 is now complete and this is what it should look like. Now we're ready to start row 2, and once again we'll begin with a stacked start. Turn your work clockwise so the working yarn ends up at the back. Make a single crochet into the first stitch. Then make another single crochet into the left leg of that stitch. And there's your stacked start. I'm once again placing a stitch marker to mark the first stitch of the row. Continue by making a double crochet into the next stitch. Now we've reached the chain 5 space, and inside that space we're going to make 3 double crochets. Next, chain 4 and make a single crochet into the second of the 3 single crochets. That's the one in the middle. Chain 4 again. And make 3 double crochets in the next space. Once you reach these 4 double crochets, make a double crochet in the first stitch right after the space. Then chain 3. Skip 2 stitches and make another double crochet in the stitch right before the next space. Now keep repeating the pattern by making 3 double crochets in the next space, chain 4, and make a single crochet into the second single crochet, the one in the middle. Now I'm at the end of the row, and after making 3 double crochets in the last space, finish the row with a double crochet in the last 2 stitches. My very last double crochet goes into the stacked start, where I placed my stitch marker. Now you should have 5 double crochets next to each other, just like at the beginning of the row. That's the end of row 2, and this is what it should look like so far. Now let's start row 3. Turn your work clockwise, and this time make a single crochet into the first stitch. Then chain 4 and make a double crochet into the 5th double crochet from the previous row. Next, make 3 double crochets in the space. Chain 2 and make 3 more double crochets in the next space. The chain 2 will create a small new space between them. Now continue by making a double crochet into the first stitch right after the space. Chain 4 and make a single crochet into the chain 3 space. Chain 4 again and make a double crochet into the stitch right before the next space. From here, continue repeating the pattern by making 3 double crochets in the space, then chain 2 and make 3 double crochets in the next space. When you reach the end of the row, you'll finish it the same way as we started. So after making 3 double crochets in the last space and 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 4 and make a single crochet into the last stitch of the row. That's the stacked start from the previous row. Row 3 is now complete and this is what it should look like. For the 4th row, turn your work and make a stacked start in the first stitch. Chain 5, then skip the first space and make 4 double crochets in the second space. Chain 5 again, next make a single crochet in the next space, then another single crochet into the single crochet from the previous row, and 1 more single crochet in the following space. You should now have 3 single crochets side by side. Continue the pattern by chaining 5 and making 4 double crochets in the next space. I'll meet you at the end of the row. Once you've made 4 double crochets in the last chain 2 space, finish the row by chaining 5 and making a double crochet into the final stitch. And this is what your pattern should look like after row 4. For the 5th row, turn your work and make a single crochet into the first stitch. Then chain 4 and make 3 double crochets in the first space. Next, make a double crochet in the stitch right after the space. Now chain 3, skip 2 stitches and make a double crochet in the stitch right before the next space. Make 3 double crochets in the space, chain 4 and single crochet into the middle of the 3 single crochets. Chain 4 again and make 3 double crochets in the next space. From here, continue the pattern by making a double crochet in the next stitch, then chain 3 and make another double crochet right before the space. Once you've made 3 double crochets in the last space, finish the row by chaining 4 and making a single crochet into the last stitch, which is the stacked start from the previous row. And this is what row 5 should look like. For the 6th and final row, turn your work and start with a stacked start in the first stitch. Then make 3 double crochets in the first space. Followed by 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 4 and single crochet into the chain 3 space. Chain 4 again and make a double crochet into the stitch right before the next space. When you reach the next space, make 3 double crochets chain 2 and make 3 double crochets in the following space. Keep going by making a double crochet in the next stitch, then chain 4 and make a single crochet into the chain 3 space. Now I'm at the end of the row. You'll finish this row by making 3 double crochets in the final space and 1 double crochet into the single crochet from the previous row. You should now have a total of 5 double crochets at the end of the row. And this is what it should look like after completing all 6 rows. You can now see the little flowers starting to form in the pattern. Now that we've covered all the rows, I want to show you how to continue the pattern. We'll do this by repeating row 1, but this time it's a little different since we're not working into the foundation chain. Start by turning your work and making a stacked start in the first stitch. Then make a double crochet into the second stitch. Chain 5 and make 3 single crochets, 1 in the space, 1 in the single crochet from the previous row, and 1 in the next space. Chain 5 again and make 4 double crochets in the chain 2 space. Keep repeating the pattern by chaining 5 and making the 3 single crochets. After your last chain 5, finish the row by making a double crochet in the last 2 stitches. And that's it. Now you know all the rows, so you can simply keep repeating rows 2 through 6 and then start back on row 1 again. Just keep repeating the rows until you reach your desired length. If you're unsure how to continue the rows, you can just rewind and watch that part again. Every time you repeat those 6 rows, you'll get a new row of flowers in the pattern. You'll notice that after row 1, you'll have half a flower at the top and half a flower at the bottom. That's why I usually like to finish my project on a row 1, so the pattern looks balanced on both ends. Now I've finished my panel and this is what it looks like. The flower pattern has really started to show clearly now. I repeated rows 1 to 6 a total of 7 times, which gave me 7 flowers in length. The length of the skirt panel ended up being 29 centimeters. The width at the top of the skirt is 84 centimeters. And the width at the bottom, where we started, is 88 centimeters, which fits perfectly with my measurements. The bottom ended up a little wider than the top, but that's totally fine. The ties at the top will even it out once we tie the skirt on. Finally, we're going to add the ties to the skirt. We'll be adding 1 on each side. To make the ties, we're going to use the foundation double crochet method. This means we'll create both the chain and the double crochet stitch at the same time. The chains sit at the bottom while the double crochets sit on top. I finished my panel on a row 1, which ended with a double crochet in the last 2 stitches. To make the foundation double crochet, start in the same stitch where we made our last double crochet of the row. Yarn over, insert your hook, and pull up a loop. You should now have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 1 loop. This creates the chain. Then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Yarn over again and pull through the last 2 loops. That's your double crochet. When you flip it over, you'll see a little V shape. That's the chain we just made. And at the top, we have the double crochet. To continue, yarn over and insert your hook into both loops of that chain we just made. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over again and pull through the first loop to make the chain. Then yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over again and pull through the last 2 loops. Now you have a new chain at the bottom, which we'll work into next, and a new double crochet at the top. You'll simply repeat this. Yarn over, insert your hook into the chain, yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through 1. Yarn over and pull through 2. Then yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. It gets easier and faster once you get the hang of it. Repeat this until your tie is the length you want. Just make sure it's long enough to tie the skirt. This is how it's looking after a few repeats. Once it's long enough, cut the yarn and pull it through to fasten off. Now the first tie is done, and this is what it should look like. I made my ties 53 centimeters long. Now I'll show you how to repeat it on the other side. Make a slip knot and set it aside for a moment. Grab the other end of the panel and find the first stitch of the row. Grab your hook and insert it into the bottom of that first stitch. Place the slip knot on your hook, tighten it slightly and pull it through. Chain 1 to secure it. Now we'll work into the actual stitch, not the bottom where we attached the yarn. Yarn over, insert your hook and pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through 1 loop to create the chain. Then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Yarn over again and pull through the last 2 loops, and that completes the double crochet. Keep repeating the same pattern on this side until your tie matches the length of the first one. When you're done, simply cut the yarn and pull it through. Now all that's left is to weave in the loose ends. Thread your yarn through a needle and weave them in. I like to do this on the wrong side, here's the right side, and here's the wrong side. Once you've woven in all your ends, your skirt should look something like this, with 2 ties attached, 1 on each side of the skirt. And that's it, your crochet wrap skirt is all done. I hope you enjoyed making it. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more crochet projects. If you have any questions at all, let me know in the comments, I'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.